Cool. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Waking and baking, I hope. Because I sure am, you know me. All right, I just got a couple of things for you right here. I've got an article that I read in the paper. I don't know whether you've seen it or not, but it talks about... where'd it go? I had it right here. Okay. Talks about new study, concerns about cannabis and your heart. Okay, cool. I read this. I happen to be a heart patient. In fact, I had a little checkup yesterday, and I read this, and it says there's a link between cannabis and chronic heart disease. Hey, somebody come on here. Cool. 3, 2, 1. So I'm live. Okay. I'm talking about this article in the paper. It says problem with cannabis and chronic heart disease. Now, like I say, I'm one of the people that has been smoking cannabis since 1970, so I kind of know about cannabis here and there. And I go about statistics and things too, so I know how they can be skewed here back and forth. Now, if people didn't know, I'm a heart patient, and I went in for a checkup yesterday. They gave me, I've been kind of out of breath. I've been setting this, hey, Nicola, how you doing? I've been setting my stuff up and going back and forth outside and stuff. So I went in yesterday for a little checkup, and they did a MRI on my legs. I think it was, MRIs, I think, or whatever. They spread, the jelly all over me. And I forget what they call it. But anyway, they checked me out. Oh, good morning to you. And checked my legs out. And because if you don't know, we've been having problems with my right leg. And that's one of the main things is talking about right now is because nobody really knows about this. Is, hey, Jerry, how you doing? We've been really having a lot of problems with my right leg. They did 3 surgeries to get 1 stent put in. They tried twice to go in through my groin. They finally got it in through my ankle. So that was a bit of a hassle. And that's what we were checking yesterday was the blood flow on my legs. Because again, y'all don't know that when I say I've been worried about my leg, I've been worried about losing my leg. No shit. Ultrasound, that's it, Pamela. Okay, thank you so much, ultrasound. So they did that on my legs yesterday. They did the ultrasound on both legs, my thighs and stuff. They checked my stents. They did blood pressure readings, blood flow stuff, everything in the world. I'll get the results Friday. I'll come back from that. But that's just one of those deals I want to talk about. Is I made a choice, they talk about cannabis and use in that. Now remember, I used to be on drugs. So now the drugs I used to be on, well, we always check that one. Yes, Nicola, I always check that. It's doing fine, thank you. But the drugs I used to be on, we can do a comparative study. Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I haven't done any studies. This is all my personal research. Now, I don't. that was a good one, wasn't it? Now, comparatively, I use cannabis. I use it every day. I use it all day. I could be on the 10 milligram hydrocodones they used to have me on. I could be on the 4 Xanax a day I used to be on. I could be on the Seroquel I used to be on. I could be on the Valium I could be on. I could be on all those drugs. And they're talking about heart disease here. What do all those other drugs in combination do to my heart, my liver, my kidneys, everything else in the world? That's the thing about statistics. You can take them and turn them however you want to do. Sometimes, in my opinion, that's just the way I think they can do. Third leg, I still think that's funny. So we got that going. Checked that all out. Yeah, Jerry, you bet. Okay, Jerry, I follow him. He's doing weather for me. He keeps me updated on my weather. If you haven't noticed this shirt, this is a shirt that 5K Anthony Smith made for me. And I've got a couple for Debbie Woods, too. But that's a shirt he made for me. It's nice and cool. And we're thinking about doing some other shirts, stuff like that. Just see if people like them. Because at a car show the other day, I got rained out. Hey, things happen. What can you say? But I got some other things coming up if you want to know. Let's see. The 21st, I'm going to be down at Farmer's Market. Thank you, Nicola. Hey, good morning, sunshine. So I love seeing your videos in morning sunshine. They're so cool. The 21st, I'm going to be down at the farmer's market. Golly, I want to say Keith Sweetleaf. I want to say that's the name of the dispensary that's opening, but I'm not sure. But there's going to be a dispensary opening down there. Now, if you're a vendor, they say that it's going to be open for you to set up down there. So I think Nikki Hayes is going to come down there and set up and show some pipes and stuff like that. So come on down. I'm going to be down there for a while. Also, the 21st in Chickasha, they're having a deal by the Brandy's Burgers and the Leg Lamp down there. So I'd like to be down there for that. I think that'd be cool. That'd be fun. I don't know. But that's another thing I want to bring up is obligations. I've tried to do stuff, as much as I can. Storms overnight in northern Oklahoma. Okay, right on, Jerry. Appreciate you, brother. I try to do stuff as much as I can, but I'm getting down to where I'm doing stuff that's fun to me. So I go where I want to go, and I'm having fun where I want to have fun. Now, sometimes if I can make it to an event, I can. If sometimes I can't, I can't. I try. Okay, what else is I going with? I got a little parable here for you. This kind of shows you. I used to read a lot of those. Hey, Brandon, what are you doing this morning, brother? I used to read a lot of those old Greek mythology deals when I was in high school. And here's one that is comparative to having heart disease. Okay, this is the sword of Damocles. Now, they were having a good party. There's an orgy. There is in Greek. They're having an orgy over there. Everybody's having a good time and stuff. And Damocles was sitting there beside the emperor, and he goes, hey, dude, man, this just rocks on. You're having a blast, And the emperor, Lucius, whatever, he goes, yeah, man, this is fun, And Damocles goes, man, I wish I was you, man. I do this every day. And he goes, really? He goes, I'll tell you what. You get to be an emperor for a day tomorrow. And he goes, really? Okay, dude, that'd be cool, So Damocles comes in the next day, he sits down in the emperor's chair. There's women all around him, he's just partying down. He's drinking wine, he's eating peeled grapes, he's just having a good time. And then he looks up, and the emperor's sitting right next to him too. He looks up above him, and he sees this razor-sharp sword. Now, everything's razor-sharp back then, This razor-sharp sword is hanging above him from a single human hair. Well, he freaks out, and he tries to get up and move. And no, the emperor says, no, dude. No, that's what it's like being emperor. He says, you got to sit there, you do all this other stuff, but you always got this sword hanging above your head, and you never know when it's going to drop. Hey, Nicola. And he goes, that's what it's like being the emperor. Hey, James, what are you doing? So Isaiah, cool. So Damocles found out what it was like being emperor. Well, that's what it's like having heart disease. So I've got a widowmaker heart. For the rest of my life, I'm walking around and look up some of them widowmaker heart attacks on YouTube. I mean, when they drop right now. So I've lost a lot of friends. I know what it's like. That's why I'm not really scared of a lot of things, I do whatever I want. I have a good time. Also, I think the 26th, I think it is, we're going to be in Depew, Oklahoma. I'm going to be up there with Maxine Antoinette. We've got a big deal going on up there. Trying to do some different videos, some TikToks. Like I said, I'm trying to do some fun stuff. If you got stuff that's fun going on, you can't see my fingers down here, can you? Okay, that just shows you, though, what it's like. Some people, you never know what's going on. Like I say, I like this shirt. It's nice. It makes my nipples hard, though. Can you see them? Girls, you all try to see through the shirts. I don't know. There you go. She is so pretty. Yes, she is. Yes, Maxine is very pretty. And she's going to be doing some podcasts with me, too. Maxine, and I'm doing a lot of podcasts with Summer Parker, too. So, you like that? Let's see, what else? If you got anything going on, I really want you to contact me and tell me what's going on, because putting some furniture. Okay, James, cool. It's going to be a good day today, I think. Like I say, when you wake up, you've got a choice. You can either be in a bad mood or in a good mood. When I wake up, okay, good. I'm in a pretty good mood because I've made it through the night. Like I say, got a widowmaker, you never know. Now, this might be my last day here, so Am I going to sit there piss and moan about it? No, I'm going to get out. Dang, you stud. Oh, you're so good, stud muffin. I'm going to get out. I'm going to have a good time. We've done some stuff with Gunny this morning. Me and Rose doing stuff outside. You know, that's what I want you to do, is enjoy your life. That's what I'm all about. I got a wild hair up here, don't I? Where's that puppy at? I don't know. I shaved my head the other day because I was going to be on not TV. I was going to be doing a podcast, but I tried to shave. That one hair is going to drive me nuts. Can y'all see it? It's right up here. I found it. Cool, I got it. Okay, did I make a wish? Okay, that's one thing. Nothing. I hate to say it. That's one thing. But several people have asked me to, life is short, you've got to laugh. That's it, Nicola. You got to laugh. That's what I always try to do, is give you a little bit of laugh in the morning, you know? So I'm going to start trying to do my videos in the morning again, because I really do like this wake and bake. I was going to do it outside today, but my chair was a little too wet for me to sit in out there. So, you know, hey, but summertime's coming up. You know, this is, again, I got another restriction, they told me. Summertime's coming up. If it's over 85 degrees, you got to be careful. So if you see me out and about, make sure I'm hydrated, you know, because good grief, you know me. Right now I'm drinking my coffee. See, when I went up for my, test yesterday, I'd had coffee, but I was kind of worried about them doing a blood test. Not what it was in my blood, but, you know, I hate needles now. So I was trying to hydrate with water. If you go up there for a blood test, or if you go up there for anything at Heart Hospital, these soccer moms are always right. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Drink plenty of water, because the day before I had my surgery, I did not hydrate, and it took them 5 tries to find the veins for me to put me out. Okay, I think that's about all I got. I've had a couple joints this morning. I'm going to smoke another one. I'm going to do paperwork around here, just usual stuff, you know. But I want y'all to know I love y'all with all my heart. I'll try to do anything and everything I can do for you. And that's me. And straighten your glasses. See, these are just readers, so I don't care. All right, I'm going to be off like a herd of turtles. Y'all have a good day. And like I say, yes, you bet. I hope you have a blessed day too, Nicola. And Chandler, you just coming on here, you missed some really great stuff. No, it was just me bullshitting Chandler. Again, love y'all. Have a great day. I'm going to start trying to do more wake and bakes in the morning. And I'm going to start trying to have hey, morning to you, Chandler. You bet. Right on, brother. I'm going to have more topics I want to cover, because okay, well, here you go. Okay, the other day, let's talk about prepackaging a little bit. Because the other day, I went into a dispensary, and everything they had was prepackaged. Okay, fine. I said, okay, I looked at the stuff. I looked at what they had, and I said, okay, love this idea. Oh, thank you, Chandler. And I looked at what they had, and I said, okay, give me a ½ ounce. And the girl starts picking up all these 1 gram packages. And I go, whoa, is everything you got 1 gram? And she goes, yeah. I said, okay, let's knock that down. Start your morning, you bet, brother. Start your morning, John Fraser, waking and baking. But she starts giving me all these 1 gram. I said, no, just back up on this. Give me just a quarter, okay? So she gave me a 1/4 ounce, you know, and all one, big stack of them. So if you didn't see that picture, now this is another thing about statistics and averaging out. Whenever you got a 1/4 or a half or something like that, you throw it down, you grind it up, you know, and you roll it up. Now, the joints usually average out. So I might roll my joints, you know, they usually average out the same size. These 2 grams, I rolled up 1 gram, and I rolled a joint, and I fluffed up another gram, and I rolled another joint. When I was rolling the second joint, I could physically feel it was a smaller joint than the other one. Now, if you buy a ½ ounce, a 1/4 ounce, that averages out. But if you go in there and you're buying an ounce, see, people are going to start checking you if you're selling ounces and, you know, quarters and everything. They're going to start checking your weight and fluff, too, because if I would have been in a circle of 6 or 7 people and I rolled my joint from that 1 gram and someone rolled, they'd have said, hey, dude, you're kind of sandbagging over here, because you could tell one joint was definitely bigger than the other one. So people are going to start checking that stuff. That's why I always say the fluff, checking out your bud, to me is always so very important. I check it for fluff. I check it for bud rot. I love checking it for smell. You know, that's just me. That's how I am. And you can't see my hands out here, but that's just me. That's how I am. All right, that's good for me. I got to roll another joint here. I got some fluffed up right here, ready to go. And I'm not going to start measuring joints from, should I? If I buy an ounce, should I see how many joints I actually get out of that 1 ounce? I guess I could, you know, because, again, mine are just, I try to roll mine all the same size. I could weigh them and do all that kind of stuff. Research, you know, who cares? I do. All right. I love y'all. Off like a herd of turtles. Have a terrific Tuesday. And I don't know when I'm going to come back on again, but I'm going to try to do it in the morning. All right. Pinga!